All right. All right, we are back. We are recording. And just so I know my place in the video, I'm going to count down. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And that's what I call a countdown. That's where you start from a higher number and then you end on a lower one when you're counting down. But we are back. It's been quite some time. And for all 20 some of you that follow me, tell your friends I'm back. And today we are listening to Black Sabbath Paranoid. This is their second studio album, releasing some time ago. And I'm going to take a guess because I haven't seen it yet. Say 71. That seems a little late though. This album came out in 70. Paranoid is the second studio album by the English heavy metal Black Sabbath. Heavy metal band Black Sabbath. Got ahead of myself. Released on September 18th in 1970 by Vertigo Records in the United Kingdom. And on January 7th, 1971 by Warner Brothers in the United States. Alright, well, I was right, but I was also wrong. Its official release, first release, was in 1970, and the United States release is in 71. I wonder what took so long. These guys are awesome. And there's so much Black Sabbath. There's no shortage of it. Okay, I was kind of talking over the music instead of letting the music just play underneath me. So I'm just going to turn it down. Anyways, Black Sabbath, lots of albums. I hardly have any of them on vinyl. Let's see here. I have Paranoid. I got Master of Reality, 13. I have Mob Rules. And that's about it. I would like Black Sabbath, their debut album, because that's a sweet album. That whole album front to back is just kick ass. Much like Ozzy's solo debut album. That whole album was kick ass. No denying it. Come on. He's deaf. He can't hear me. So you have to pet him, get his attention. He's a long-haired pit bull. So he's like a pit bull mixed with like some kind of long-haired dog, most likely a golden retriever. Yeah, so today we're listening to Paranoid, and I believe this is Paranoid. My favorite song off this album is Fairies Wear Boots. That might be one of my favorite songs by them, period. And favorite album by them? I'd have to say 13. That's the one that really got me into Sabbath. Then I went through and listened to everything and was not disappointed. So much good stuff in there. Their catalog is huge. Very talented band. And if Sabbath ain't your jazz, and you'd much preferably listen to jazz, that's on you, dude. And you're also in luck, because there's a Jazz Sabbath. I have Jazz Sabbath Volume 2 on vinyl, and it's pretty sweet. Those guys, they killed it. He didn't understand the assignment. No, I picked up Jazz Sabbath, I think just randomly. I just wanted something new. And that's how I ended up with that. I also have... let me pull it up for you. Have you heard of Zach Sabbath? Because Zach Wild has a cover band for Sabbath, Zach Sabbath, and I have Vertigo, and this album is awesome. It has all the Sabbath songs that you'd want on a Sabbath album, and it's done by Zach Wild, and Zach Wild kills it. He was Ozzy's guitar player for a little while. I think he's a tired boy. It's 1:30 in the morning. We're usually in bed. What, 3 hours ago? 3 hours ago? It's a Friday night, though. I just got home from a concert of my friends that they were having, and they put on a pretty good show. They're going to be on here pretty soon. I don't want to lose you, but I also want to hear some more. Okay. Well, hopefully I wasn't talking too close into the microphone the whole time, because I could barely hear it. But now the volume is turned up, and I can hear everything now. Still don't understand that assignment. No, they put on a good show, though. Their live performance kind of reminds me of Gatsby's American Dream, except these guys are better, in my opinion. Definitely need to play more shows. But no, they sounded amazing. The last time I saw them was a trip, and they put on a good show then. You can definitely tell they've practiced. My buddy Joe on the keys, he was very nervous his first time I saw him, and they were just playing in the living room, and now they were actually at a venue, so it's really cool to see him grow in just a matter of months. But he was very nervous, his first time performing in front of everybody, understandably so. But and everybody else you could tell was pretty nervous too. He just showed it the most. But tonight they seemed more confident. They had a lot more fun on the stage, and it was just awesome to see that growth. That's what this is here for. And they're gonna be on here, and it's gonna be a fun time. They're a good group of guys. Yeah, but no, it's been a while since I've recorded, and put anything out at all. So I figured I'm going to start with this Sabbath here and hopefully get it edited really fast. Then I have some smaller videos I'm going to upload. Most of them got interrupted, and or I was listening to it and I just lost the motivation to keep listening to it. That was only one album though, and it wasn't my jam. Whenever I bought it, I didn't know it wasn't my jam. It looked interesting, and that's why I bought it. Yeah, but it wasn't my jam. What are you gonna do, huh, Zeus? Can't like them all. I have a lot of stuff I haven't listened to yet, though. Iron Man. I just bought a really cool box set, and I really don't want to say who it's by. I'm gonna keep it a secret, actually. Shouldn't have said nothing. I'll tell you about my other one, though. I'll take it back. Whenever I first started collecting vinyl, one of my first vinyls I ever bought, probably first 10 vinyls in that area, was Black Keys, El Camino. That's my favorite album by him. There's really not a bad song on that album. And my favorite song, at the time at least, was on the C side, because it's a 4-side album. It's A through D. But mine was on the C side. It was going to be on the second album, or second vinyl. And whenever I opened it, listened to A and B, because I listened to all my vinyl front to back. Listened to A and B, very pleased. Bust out the second vinyl, put it on. A's playing again. I'm like, what the fuck? And I thought, I was like, I don't know. There's no way I just put A back on. So I took out the other vinyl, and I had 2 A and B's. I was a little heartbroken. Nobody's fault. I kept it. And sorry, dang, no. I kept it because I thought it was kind of funny. But recently, I bought the Black Keys El Camino Super Deluxe box, and I opened that thing as soon as I got home, and that came with so much cool shit. It came with the photo album. I'm not gonna open. It came with this cool. It looks like an air freshener. I don't know if it's an air freshener or not, but it's the van on the El Camino album, or one of the vans, but the main one. It comes with several live recordings that I haven't listened to yet, but I'm going to, and I intend on listening to them on here, so everybody can hear them with me, hopefully. Hopefully the Black Keys hear this before I get to that episode, because that's going to be a little while down the road. I'm going to have to build some fans before I start busting out some of them bigger albums. I have Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks, as a box set. That's a, master recording or master audio, where it's all pressed off the original pressing. And I listened to that right away. I haven't opened it since I listened to it, had it have been 7 years? 7 years ago now? Yeah, I like these box sets because there's only a limited amount of them, and the ones I have, in my opinion, are super sick. Um, I have a whole bunch of deluxe albums though, or I guess they call them deluxe, like those step up from the step down albums, the ones with the that come with all the bells and whistles, or maybe all the bells and almost all the bells and whistles. I got some of those albums, a couple of Kanye ones, some soundtrack ones. Who else do I got? Motley Crue has one. Got that. The I'd say the Johnny Cash Folsom Prison Blues album would fall under that because that was jam packed with a whole bunch of cool shit, and it's a live album. I have some unplugged albums. I have hip hop, Childish Gambino, Kendrick. The one I didn't care for too much was Charlie XCX. Is that her name? I don't know. Couldn't care to remember. Maybe that's a bit harsh. It was late, and I just wasn't feeling it at the time. I'll have to listen to it again. Got Cagey Elephant's Neon Pill album. That's a phenomenal album. Unlike most Cagey Elephant albums, I like that one right away. Well, their original album and Thank You Happy Birthday are excluded from that list. The other ones, though, it took me a bit to get used to, but I've liked all their albums. They're a good band. Well, that was A side. Are we gonna flip it over to B side, Zeus? We're gonna flip it over to B side. Well, I have no clue where that needle's gonna land. No, right there. I'm bad at this. Let's lower her down. Yeah, I had no clue where that was gonna land. I guess I'll get better at that from this angle. I've never really flipped a vinyl and put it on from this angle. I'm gonna have to turn the table this way. Yeah, I guess that would make more sense. Wouldn't it? I wish you could hear the Zeus. I'm gonna hook it up to my speakers again eventually, because I think I want to get another turntable. I want to get one with a retractable arm. I have an Audio Technica right now that doesn't have a retractable arm. My very first turntable did, and then I upgraded to this one because it was more professional. And I wasn't planning on doing no DJing it or nothing. Not that I am now, but this one just seemed like it was better quality and was gonna last a very long time. So I snatched it up, and I've had this thing for almost 10 years. That's crazy. recently, sorry for there's going to be long pauses, and I really don't care because sometimes I just get lost in the music, and that's kind of why it's there, right? To kind of those pauses. I am 10 out of 10 gonna get copyrighted on every single video I make, and that's okay. That's all right. I'm doing this for a couple of reasons, and I'm gonna get into those a little later. Not this video, like a later video. But yeah, I'm doing this for a couple different reasons. And it's definitely to be copyrighted every single episode. I don't own the rights to any of this music. Not a single piece of it. Other than owning a physical form of it, I have the right to buy that and play it. I don't have the right to distribute it though, which is a problem. And I hope that gets corrected. Like, I hope these artists all make the money that they deserve, obviously. And obviously I know I'm going to get copyrighted, so I'm not trying to make money off of their music. That's not the point of it. The point is to talk to bands, find out their story, find out their inspirations. And listen to vinyl with them. But there's also more to it than that. That's just one of the main focal point. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have a partner. He was supposed to be here tonight after the show that we went to, but he had a terrible headache. And I felt pretty bad for him. He was all, you could tell, like, it was hurting. I hate those headaches. I'm waiting for him to reveal that box set I'm keeping a secret. I'll reveal it to you guys with him, because he's a big fan of this artist. But we're not going to listen to it that day. We're going to listen to something else. Yeah, we're going to listen to something else, because those box sets are going to be later dates. It would probably be a big issue if I had to guess. So hopefully those later dates, we have more fans and get permission to play all this stuff. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. If it goes poorly, I have some ideas to remedy that. Not that I think the podcast will be ran poorly, but response from the record companies that own the music. I think once that situation goes poorly, there's going to be ways to remedy the quality of the videos. And I think I already have some things in mind, but that's going to be some time I'm gonna need people to listen to us first. Gonna need people to listen to me first. Um, gonna need people to listen to Zeus, although he won't listen to you. He can't. Don't take it personally. I talk to him sometimes and like I just forget. Well, I don't forget, but like in the moment I do. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, you can't hear me. He's a tired boy. Don't you worry, bud. This is almost over. Recently, I've been doing jujitsu, or as much as I can. It's definitely an adjustment from never wrestling before to starting jujitsu and training. Um, Definitely very sore. I think I bruised a rib, so I haven't been almost all week. Um, I've been waiting for this to feel better before I get back to it. But other than that, I mean, it's really not bad. Um, it kind of sucks to sneeze or cough. But other than that, it doesn't really hurt too much. My legs being sore hurt so much worse than anything else. Or maybe my shoulder back here, that was sore too. I think that was a lot worse than this rib thing. I don't even know if it's a bruised rib. I think maybe it's just the muscle right there is bruised or something like that. But I haven't been since Monday, and I still feel it. I guess it is what it is. Once I get up and moving, I don't even notice it. I pulled up Tommy by the Who for some reason. I wasn't even going to acknowledge it. Have you ever seen this movie? The movie for this album? It is something. If you've never seen it, you definitely gotta see it. Yeah, the movie's awesome. So many good songs on this album. And I always forget about it. My favorite Who album is By the Dots. I got to see the Who live 2019. Yeah, I love the Who. They're awesome. By numbers. Lots of good songs on this album. Slip Kid, Squeeze Box, Imagine a Man, How Many Friends, Hand in a Hand or a Face, Blue, Red, and Gray, Dreaming from the Waist. Yeah. I have, I was waiting to run into this album forever, and then I finally found it. Mid Condition, from the year it came out. Um, like, beautiful condition. And I have not once ever even taken it out of the sleeve. I put it in those the plastic sleeves I always put my vinyl in, and put it away. And every now and then I look at it, and that's about it. I don't think I'll ever play that one. I would like a new version of it so I can actually listen to it on vinyl. But I'll never listen to this one on vinyl. The one I have. I like this album here. I like it when you sleep, for you are so beautiful yet you are so unaware of it. In 1975, I got to see them live. It might have been 2016. It might have been the year it came out. It would have been on Halloween. Okay. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for, I think. Alright, so this is their 2016 tour. No, it's all jumbled up. I don't get this list at all. Okay, here we go. They were overseas in Europe. They came home from Europe April 17th. Or, man, that's a short gap. Coming home from Europe. Or last show overseas, April 13th. Then playing in North America, April 17th. That's crazy. What is going on here? They go back overseas after a short break, okay. But that's crazy. Why not take the short break over there? Vacation over there. Who am I? Back in America. Short turnover. Going back to Europe for midsummer. Oceania. Australia, okay. Back to America. To Asia. Back to Europe. Latin America. To North America. Back to Latin America. Back to North America. Where I would see him October 31st, 2016 at Pittsburgh, Stage 80. That was a sweet show. It was Star Wars themed. It was awesome. I had such a good time. And they killed it. But I got that one on vinyl now. Such a cool album. One of the first albums I ever got. Portugal the Man, Evil Friends. Portugal the Man is slept on. I have Church Mouth, Evil Friends, two Evil Friends, maybe three. Now that I think about it, I would like to get the Satanic Satanist, and the Mountain in the Clouds. Honestly, all of them. I would like all of them. Waiter You Vultures, slept on. That's about the earliest I go. I've never really listened to their earlier stuff. The one that got me into it was the Satanic Satanist, and the song on there would be People Say. But I like every song on this album. It's very, I would say, like psychedelic music. It's very something you'd probably eat mushrooms to, if I had to guess. Evil Friends is sweet. Every song on there is a banger. Their newest albums are like Cage Elephant albums to me. It took a little bit to get used to, but I dig them. They're awesome. They don't really have a bad catalog at all. I got to see them live twice. The first time, Cleveland, Jacobs Pavilion, 2016. They were opening for, rather, KG Elephant. And that's the first time I seen KG Elephant live. And I only got the tickets to see Portugal the Man. But KG Elephant killed it. There's a good story behind that show too. And I'm going to have to tell that one at a later date, because I'm wrapping this up. That is the end of the album. Thank you for listening. Gonna take Zeusy up to bed. Yeah. Gonna take you up to bed. Huh.